Good evening. This is Nathan Goff coming to you from Leesburg, Virginia, Tuscarora High School, and for my videocast, I'm going to give you 3 to 5 minutes of the Constitutional Convention. Constitutional Convention takes place May 5th through September 17th, 1787. Let's talk about who's there. 74 people are invited, only 55 show up. Some statistics of the 55 men in the room: 30 of them are Revolutionary War vets, 39 are members of the Confederation in Congress, 7 are state governors, 8 were signatories to the Declaration of Independence, 2 are signers of the Articles of Confederation. I find this number to be really low considering 48 men signed the Articles of Confederation and only 2 are in the room that will eventually create the Constitution which we are governed under today. 2 of the men in the room are going to become presidents, and 1 will become vice president. The average age in the room is 42 years old. Let's talk about who was there and who wasn't there, because this really shapes our country and shapes the Constitution and the amendments that will follow. George Washington is there. The founder of our country. George Washington is regarded because he's really the only example in history where he is the architect that beats a world power and then doesn't become the first leader. He's not involved in the Articles of Confederation. He heads back to Mount Vernon. And that's really remarkable. There are no other examples in history that I can think of that someone beats a world power and then just walks away into retirement. The other person that's there is Benjamin Franklin. He's 81 years old. Benjamin Franklin is a known womanizer, if you study history. He's also hitting the bottle. He's drinking a lot in his life at this elderly age. And so 2 of the delegates actually have to follow him around at night because he's in the taverns, and they have to drag him out when he starts talking too much about what they're doing in Independence Hall. Alexander Hamilton is there, someone that is born in the Caribbean from someone that is born out of wedlock. His father just doesn't recognize his birth, so he's an orphan. But through marriage, he will ascend to being able to rub elbows with Washington in the Revolutionary War. James Madison, the father of our Constitution, will also shape our Constitution. Who's not there might be as important as who's in the room. So, not there are Samuel Adams and John Hancock, 2 guys that start the American Revolution and really fund the American Revolution through the early years. Other people not there: Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Thomas Jefferson is probably the most frequent wrong answers on tests when I ask who's the father of the Constitution. And here's the easiest way to make sure you never make the mistake of saying Thomas Jefferson is the father of our Constitution, is that he's in Paris at the time when the Constitutional Convention happens. John Adams is also out of country. Patrick Henry refuses his invitation, and so do all other Rhode Island delegates. There's a few other people that are in the room that are kind of important in our government process: the public, and the press. The reason they are kept out is because the 55 men in the room know that this flies in the face of everything that America stands for. Like, we're supposed to be this republic, there's supposed to be public input, but they're really putting this document together in secret, and it works out. So I guess in this case, the ends justify the means. This is Nathan Goff giving you 3.5 minutes about the Constitutional Convention. Thanks for listening, and have a good night.